That's what she said?
At least we put this matter to bed. That's what she said. Or he said.
I'm gonna have to saw your arms off.
They'll grow back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Hey, Ross, I was wondering if... Oh, my God! Where are all the men?
Computers don't make errors. What they do on purpose. By now, your name and particulars have been fed into every laptop, desktop, mainframe, and supermarket scanner that collectively make up the global information conspiracy, otherwise known as the Beast.
This is my mother, Mrs. Exposition.
How do you do?
My God, man, what have you done?
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby!
Yeah, yeah, come on. Why won't this wig come off?
There's a lot to start with about shipping, because I know a lot of fans were actually pretty invested in the idea of Natasha with actually either or both of you guys, and now obviously she's with Bruce. What do you guys make of that?
She's a slut.
I was gonna say something along that line.
Complete whore.
Trick, man.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I guess I'm here to send out the bat signal.
A bat signal, for listeners who might not know, refers to the children's character, the Bat Man, a strong gentleman who fights crime nocturnally.
That's correct. Well put.
Salon Selectives presents hair so beautiful you feel like you just stepped out of a salon.
Salon shine, Salon Selectives, Salon glow, Salon Selectives.
Introducing Salon Selectives, new from Helene Curtis. 4 salon shampoos, 4 salon conditioners. You select the combination that will give you salon beautiful hair.
Salon style.
Feel salon beautiful every day.
Salon Selectives.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This is a chill stream. We're going to be talking about weird cringe stuff and chilling out and talking about cringe stuff because there's lots going on. I always like, what's happening to this world? Well, I put up the news on Instagram or I mean on Twitter, and I'm like, I read stuff and then I'm like,
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That's like literally me all the time. So I figured we definitely have to talk about some chick that got railed by 101 dudes. It's like 101 Dalmatian, but it's a very, like, I guess the porn parody of it. But instead of dudes, I mean, instead of dogs, it's dudes. I guess they're kind of like dogs in some ways. 101 dudes doing her something that I don't know what to say. It's a weird world we're living in tonight. But yeah, we are live on across all 3 platforms. We are live on Twitter, Rumble, and YouTube. I got into a fight with a weirdo on the internet today. Some loser who keeps stalking me on some like alt accounts. And then he was just like, I have 1,000 accounts, bitch. I'm gonna follow you everywhere and post receipts about whatever you do. I'm like, man, people got way too much time on their hands. Like 1,000 accounts to stalk people on the internet. And I think he's in the chat right now. There he is. I told you I'd be here to roast your dirty ass. Wait, are you the same loser that was talking to me right now? Let's see. Is this the same guy? I reported that post. Where is it? 1,000 alt accounts, bitch. You can keep blocking and I'll keep coming back with the receipts on you and and that Star Wars bitch. Ha ha. Man, get a life. Like seriously, go get a life. My God, it's Christmas time. I bet you don't have any family. I feel a little sorry for you, to be honest. People like that, you gotta feel sorry for. Oh, look at that. He's on Rumble. Being all very, very pleasing. Isn't it so wonderful to be an online personality? You know, I bet that Lily girl that got railed by 100 dudes, she probably has a lot of haters too. I kind of feel sorry for the online people. It's just always like, oh, let's just harass let's just harass people uh just for the fun of it. I know. Wow, a live stalker. Isn't that so funny? Like it's like let me admit to basically committing crimes on the internet. It's stalking people, having no life. It's and you know what, Kevin's right. This is their life, Nina. This is true. Are you the same person? I don't know. Either way, that is their life. This is mine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another chill stream where we're going to talk about weirdo people on the internet and weirdo people everywhere, like porn stars getting railed by 101 dudes. We also have other news to cover. Like I heard Smash JT is officially getting sued by Melissa Mercante. Is that what her name was? Alyssa Mercante. Alyssa Mercante. Mercante. I don't know what her name is. But we're gonna look at that lawsuit a little bit, see what that's all about. Brett Cooper announced she's officially leaving the Daily Wire. We can chat about that. Do a little gossip. Hello, Christmas Angel, says 200-watt studio for $2. Look at the difference between 200-watt studios and the guy earlier. I'm here to stalk you. 200-watt, we have a stalker in the chat, like a live stalker, stalking me. And that Star Wars girl, apparently. Wow. Nice. You guys are covering my mom. Oh my God. That is a wild statement. That is a wild statement. I guess that's somebody's mom or will be at some point. I hope she used protection when she was doing 101 dudes. Because I guess figuring out the paternity test for that is going to be kind of wild. Isn't it? But let's get into it. Let's get into this topic. I'm tired. I know, me too. I'm tired of this world and the weird shit that is going on. You know what, Kevin? Apparently it was supposed to be 1,000 dudes, or I don't know what exactly is going on with 1,000 dudes, but she said she's gonna do it 100 dudes, then she upped it to 1,000 dudes. Something like that. I don't know. Let's discover that together. That's a good question. We'll figure that out together by reading some articles and getting into it. But today I figured this out. This story popped up on my feed, but also I blame Stephanie, my nerdy home. I'm looking at you, girl, for putting this in my head because she posted this in the Toxic Femme chat today, very early in the morning. And I was like, did I just wake up to? And it says Lily Phillips breaks down in tears as she opens up about her experience of sleeping with 100 men in just 24 hours. Now, this is inaccurate because apparently it's 101 men. That one guy is getting shafted by the Daily Loud, but apparently it was 101 dudes. So let's get going.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic. Like by the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're going to do this. And like, it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember.
Oh, wow.
And that's it.
So, like, out of the 101 dudes that she let come inside her, because we all, because what the fuck? This is such a weird topic to discuss. I mean, this is just so wild. Out of the 101 dudes that she did that with, she only remembers like 5 or 6. Otherwise, she's like blanked it out. Like she's gone into like this, like, you know, I'm just gonna like, I guess she's like, having an out of body experience. Like she's like, I'm not even here. Like that's not even enjoyable at that point. You're not even doing it for the joy of it, like the orgasm or like the, you know, you just like sex or something. Like, I mean, there's such thing as sex addicts. They like the act. They actually like, you know, are into it. But apparently she wasn't even enjoying it. She's just like blanking it out. I mean, that's not even fun.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? Like if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100. You know.
If I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known that. What? Like, oh my God. Wait, she said I did 100. So it is 100? Why are they saying 101?
You know. But yeah. I think
Maybe
if I didn't have the
she's
videos,
like forgetting that 101 guy.
I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know. But yeah. I
Those
think that was
videos.
kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah.
What the fuck, y'all? Like everything that comes out of this girl's mouth, I'm like, what are you saying? What did she just say? What? Okay, let me rewind that.
5 on the message.
Did someone?
She gave them 2 to 3 minutes.
You had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
So she gave them 2 to 3 minutes to do, I guess, whatever to her. And then they complained that they were like, you said 5 on the message. How much money are they paying her to do this? I need to know. I need to know details. How much money are we talking here?
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Wait,
Do you
it
think
made
you should
her
feel bad about that?
It made you feel bad that you didn't let them rail you for an extra 2 minutes? What the fuck?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's kind of hard to let them down.
Oh.
But it's up to you, right? Like when you.
Okay, you know what? I kind of get that part. Like if you promise something to somebody, like some people, like for example, with me tonight, I was 5 minutes late. I felt really bad. I was like, oh, there's people waiting for me. I need to start. I said I would start at 8:30, but then I changed it to 8:35. And then, you know, it just went up. And and then I got busy because that stalker guy was stalking me. And I was like, oh man, I'm late. You know, I felt a little bad. I felt a little bad starting late. But this girl, she's feeling bad that she didn't let dudes rail her for 5 minutes instead of 3.
You know,
Yeah.
Have you even processed, do you think, what's happened?
Not yet. God, I won't forget this day, Jesus.
When I decided to start
But
making
you've
this
already
document,
forgotten it though. She's like, I won't forget this day, Jesus. But she's already like blocked it out. She's blocked like she's blocked out like 95 guys. Huh?
decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset.
You didn't know what to expect when you started making a documentary about some girl railing 100 guys in a row? What? What do you mean?
Set at the end of it all.
I really used condoms because, I mean, just the idea of having unprotected sex with 100 guys in a row. Okay, let's get into this a little bit more. Before we do, though, got a couple super chats here. David Morris says, "Love you, Nina." David Morris, I'm gonna need to watch Father Ted after this. I think. Well, I'll be watching Sopranos, but I definitely need to watch some Father Ted after this, Ben, because, well, we just need some laughter. Thank you for the 5. 200 Watt Studios for 5 says after the first 50, the place looked like an exploded glazed donut factory. Ew! 200 Watt, ew. Blech. God, that's so gross. 200 Watt Studios for another 2. Conversation was basically, hello, next. More like, wait, I said that wrong. Hello, next. Oh God. Oh God. That is so bad. That's so bad. Okay. Here we go. So porn star Lily Phillips just released a 47-minute long documentary on the day that she slept with 100 men in 24 hours to get a behind the scenes look at how it worked. Do we really need to know? Here's the thing. Back in the day, this kind of stuff was, maybe you would see an article like this on, I don't know, like some type of, maybe like a Playboy article, or maybe that Playboy might have been even a little too conservative. This would mostly be something like on, what's the other one? Hustler. Like maybe this would be like an article you would see on Hustler. Adult magazines where dudes would go and have to like buy it behind the shelf where kids can't access it. Now, I mean, you see stuff like this on Barstool Sports, for fuck's sakes. Barstool Sports is covering this porn star girl getting railed. And I it makes me question myself and our world. Penthouse. There you go. B Buster says Penthouse. Yeah, like the Penthouse letters. Maxim is too like, what's the word? It's too conservative even. Yeah, like Penthouse. They now we have it on Barstool Sports. I saw it basically covered everywhere. Daily Mail had a thing. We got, like freaking New York Post had an article about it. Like everybody's covering this story. And to me, that's definitely not going to protect any kids from this kind of point of view, like, or of this article. You got young teens going to, Barstool Sports to look at, sports news. What's their favorite basketball player is up to? And then they see a headline, porn star Lily Phillips just released a 47-video documentary on the day she slept with 100 dudes. Those 13-year-old boys are clicking that. And then not only that, I mean, the entire thing is available on YouTube for free. So you can actually go and watch the documentary where she talks about getting railed. I mean, you would think that this would be behind a paywall. But no, it's on the internet for free. You can go watch it. And I just can't help. I can't help but just a little bit, just a tiny bit. How the conservative part of me is like,
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
because I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, this didn't used to be so openly just like, whatever, just a chick getting railed by 100 dudes, whatever, But here we go. This is another clip of the, this is moments after Lily Phillips has slept with 100 dudes.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yum yum, and I think I had a sandwich, and that was kind of, and then the rest.
She looked dead inside.
It's
like,
not.
She actually looks like she looks awful. Look at her face. She looks like she does look like she is blanked it out. She looks awful. She doesn't look like she just had a lot of fun. She looks depressed and just, just not happy. She looks like a very unhappy girl. Maybe they were all terrible in bed. I don't know what to say. Maybe they were just all bad. Hold on, let's see. What happened? Okay, here we go.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yum yum, and I think I had a sandwich, and that was kind of.
How's a yam yam?
It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was
not
hard.
for the weak. It was hard. Okay. Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
not
if
for
I'd
me.
recommend it.
Certainly.
Why
Oh,
not?
she
I
wouldn't
think if
recommend
you're a
it.
different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different
It's like being a prostitute. You don't say.
feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
Because it's not fun anymore. Like it's like a job. You're of course it's not gonna be fun. You look awful, girl. You know what's weird? I was actually thinking about my interview with uh what's her name? Jasmine Jafar. I interviewed a porn star on here. She's had sex for money on air. She's a Persian girl. You can go look up my interview with her. It was very fascinating. And I try not to judge. See, the thing is I try my very best not to judge, even though I feel like I'm a complete different person. Like I would never be able to do something like this. They do fascinate me, like porn stars and people who are so open about their sexuality really, really fascinate me and their, line of thought and where they come from. That's why it was such an interesting discussion to have with Jasmine. And I wonder, I think even after talking to Jasmine, I don't think that Jasmine would do 101 dudes in one day. I just don't think that she would do that. I mean, maybe like the next time I talk to her, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna be like, "So Jasmine, you heard about that Lily girl? Like, what do you think? Like, would you do 100 dudes in a day?" Because I think even at some point, like it loses its, I don't know, glamour. Like in a day, that's a lot of dick.
It's not like just having sex with someone.
yeah. Just one in, one out. Like it feels intense.
It's not even two.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Wow. So yeah, the documentary's out now. I need to know how much you got paid though. We need to go back to the article because let's see. So that's the thing. So it says, listen, I read each and every blog commented, and last time I posted a Lily Phillips blog, it did not. Okay, I don't know what this is. Let's go to the article that's covering this. Maybe the New York Post can shed some light about how much money we're talking here. I need to know. I need to know some numbers. Is it worth it? Well, she said it wasn't. She said after doing it, she said it wasn't worth it. So we need to know though how much money we're talking. So from sex worker to sex robot. Yes, I know. She's like a freaking sex robot. OnlyFans model who slept with 101 men in a day breaks down in tears as she recounts her 24-hour sex marathon. I mean, it was kind of like a sex marathon. It was a sexathon. She was having a sexathon. OnlyFans model who slept with 100. Okay, marathon. Lily Phillips, 23. She's only 23 years old. I mean, oh my God, that is just so sad on its own because I mean, I did a lot of dumb shit when I was in my 20s too, like early 20s, late teens, early 20s. You do a lot of dumb shit. But getting railed by 100 guys, I mean, that is definitely something that I believe is going to come back to haunt her. I really don't think it's going to be something that she's gonna like looking back on. Well, she's already blocked it out. I don't think she's gonna remember, but it's on video, so she's gonna remember it. Lily Phillips, 23, had sex with over 100 men in a day back in October to create some scandalous content for her subscription-based social media page. They make it sound so like it's YouTube, like what I'm doing right now with like, you guys like super chatting me. Like it's like it's such a casual thing. Like she just did it to create some content for her subscription paid social media base. Like what the fuck? What world are we living in? She did porn. She's doing porn. Jesus. But despite previously insisting that she enjoyed the extreme stunt, all the sex didn't make her feel good. Sometimes I feel so robotic. Phillips admitted in YouTuber Josh Peters' documentary titled "I Slept with 100 Men in One Day." The British sex worker fought back tears as she recalled the day. I think by the 30th, when we're getting on a bit, I've got a routine of how. Okay, we saw that. That's when she's like saying the routine. Although it was a momentarily frisky feat, it wasn't all that memorable for the young woman who admitted that she didn't remember much of it. Oh, that's so sad. So then they quote her again. I want to know how much money she made. She said that the conversing with him was also hard. Okay. The OnlyFans creator continued to hold back tears, blah, blah, blah. When asked if she thinks she should feel bad about not talking to them, yes. Okay, we know that. Okay, the scene ends with her, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so in another part of the documentary, Phillips shared that she wouldn't recommend doing what she had done. We just saw that. It's not for weak girls. Phillips has claimed that she wants to take on a new challenge in January. There it is. So in January, she says 1,000 men in 24 hours. Male talent casting call, 18 plus location TBC. She posted on social media. So she has put out this thing. Okay, so it says, yet despite discussing how bad betting 100 men in 24 hours was for her mental and physical health, Phillips recently declared that she plans to have sex with 1,000 men in a day. I dreamed it up with my assistant. I can't wait. It's very exciting. It will be a world record, a real challenge. Imagine going into the Guinness World Record for being railed the most. 1,000 dudes. You're going to have your Guinness World Records for having sex with more than one dude, or more than 100 dudes. Jesus Christ. Is there such even a record at this point? Is there even such a thing? What do I even look up? Guinness World Records for the amount of people you've had sex with? What does one even look up for that? The current world record, oh shit, it's the next sentence. The current world record is held by Lisa Sparks, an adult film star who bedded 919 men in one day. Holy shit! At a sex industry event in Poland back in 2004. Damn, we're clicking on that. I need to know what this girl looks like. I need to find out who she is. Did you guys know about this? Apparently that is a thing. Apparently having sex with dudes to break Guinness World Records is a thing. I guess there's a world record for everything. And same with having sex with dudes. To be completely transparent with you all, this event is one thing I regret doing in the 23 plus years in the porn industry to this day. This was also the only job I regret to perform strictly for money. Sparks, known best for her porn name Lisa Sparks, wrote on her website. Wow, she regretted it. She said she didn't like doing it. Sydney medical practitioner Dr. Zach Turner, who specializes in preventing health and wellness, warned that when pushed to the extreme, such activity could hurt the body. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're going to dry up at some point. Geez, there's probably going to be big ones, really big ones. Your hips are going to hurt after a while. Jesus Christ. Sex at its core is physically demanding activity that engages various muscles, the cardiovascular system, and the release of endorphins. People have died having sex. There's been dudes that are heavyweight dudes, and they have cardiac arrest. There's people who have died doing it. Done in moderation, it's akin to a rewarding workout, promoting stress relief, cardiovascular health, and emotional bonding. Yeah, moderation. You have sex once in a while, once a day even. Literally death by snoo snoo. However, when pushed to extremes like a 24-hour sexathon, the physical and psychological toll can be severe. Well, no shit. No money has been talked about. I need to Google this apparently. Hold on. We still haven't gotten to the meat and bones of it, which is how much money are we talking here? Hold on. But before we do that, this is that Sparks girl that did a 944 men. There you go. That's who I didn't know who she was. I'm not into porn stars, but there she is. We've seen a man set a record for most movies watched in the theater in 1 year. And then like women, this is their thing. Can we go back to this? Like, can we see what a woman, like, can a woman go and do set a record for watching movies in the theater instead? The fuck? However, this one woman's record is certainly on the different side of the spectrum. No shit. Lisa Sparks broke the record for having sex with the most men in a single day, and people have been left shocked to find out how many it actually is. I need to know the other girl's money situation. Okay, here we go. We're gonna Google it, but first let me get some of these super chats here. The Squid for 5 says she didn't vet anyone. Guess she really didn't want to fail her next STD test. I think she did vet people because she had a assistant. I think. I mean, she said this. It was the assistant's like suggestion or something. I don't know. Then we got 200 Watt Studios for $5 says a 47 reference. Must be a Star Trek fan. Anna would get that joke. Wait, what was the reference again? I've blanked it out. I mean, I am a Star Trek fan, but I don't know what you're talking about right now because my head is in the fact that this woman had sex with 944 people and set a world record, and now this chick's like, I'm going for 1,000. Okay, those are the kind of references that's in my mind right now. 200 Watt Studios. You can't judge my nerdum, my nerding out when we're talking these kind of numbers over here. 200 Watt Studios for $5 says that the Lily Phillips story is the new origin of Freddy Krueger. I mean, I can see that. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says she got paid in exposure. That's it. We're not talking money. Like, she didn't get any money at all. I mean, she has an OnlyFans, and I'm sure she's going to be putting out the videos on her OnlyFans, right? I mean, the videos of her having sex with people. 200 Watt Studios for $2 says she got more railed than Amtrak. Okay, that one I get. That's funny. 200 Watt Studios for $2. She got paid 40% of the door charge. Ouch. 200 Watts or Russell Hall, thank you for the 2, says, gee, I wonder if she does anal. I maybe that's why she was like not enjoying it anymore, because people were like, trying to do that. And she was like, I didn't say you can do that. I don't know. Maybe that was part of it. People always try to take advantage, Russell. The Squid for 5 says, she about to find out why all the adult film studios abandoned these kind of records. Good to know the internet didn't ruin you. Dude, I feel like I'm ruined already. Like, I feel like I'm telling you, every day, I'm like, I just finding out about this, I'm like,
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
like, literally, like, get me out of here. That's my life every day. Russell Hall for 2 says, what did her face look like before the 919 men? I don't know, Russell. I'm surprised you don't know her, because I'm pretty sure you're like, into porn. You probably watched her. What was her name again? Her name was something Sachs. Stacy Sachs. Lisa Sparks. Lisa Sparks. You should look her up. I don't want to look her up. I don't want my Google feed to be like porn. Russell Hall for 2. She definitely got plenty of money shots. Oh God, Russell, gross. Why'd you have to go there, bro? Okay, let's look it up. Oh, we got a Rumble rant as well. Phil TMNT, thanks for the $1. Hey Nina, looking great, my dear friends. Since when had Mrs. Claus been so beautiful? Oh, thanks, Phil. It's very sweet. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let me get the Rumble rants going over here. We got Russell Hall for 2 says with a mug like that, people were getting confused. Oh, you're mean, Russell. 200 Watt Studios for 2, 100 guy, 1 cup of clam chowder. Oh God, Russell, 200 Watt Studios. You're both like oh God, the clam chowder. Ah, I'm dying. 200 Watts. I mean, the squid. I'm mixing you guys up now. The squid. Thank you for the 2. That's gonna be the craziest episodes of Mari. No, like squid. It's gonna be like the craziest episode of Mari when she's like, "Y'all, I'm pregnant," and they're gonna be like, "Well, who's the dad? Like, who can be the dad?" Like, there's 100 guys. They have to go and test like 100 guys to find out who the daddy is. It's like we went and tested 100 dudes to find out who the father of this baby is. God damn. That's the world we're living in today, guys. All right, let's see. Lily, how much did Lily Phillips make from banging 100 men? Let's see. Okay, here we go. The sun coming through with some money. All right. We're talking some big money, guys. 0. Yet it's not 0. Better believe I've made 2 million pounds. It's pounds. And have slept with 101 men in 24 hours. I want to be the first person to bed 1,000 men in a day. So I guess that answers our question. 2 million. 2 million pounds. Thanks to her OnlyFans. Oh, wait, but it says thanks to her OnlyFans career. Does that mean that's just like her regular making, like money making? I want to know what she made for this stunt. But now she set herself a new target. We're breaking a world record. All which she filmed and live streamed via her account on OnlyFans. Oh my God, she live streamed it. So if you guys have gone and like signed up, you could have watched her get railed by 100 dudes on a live stream. All of which will be filmed and live streamed by her OnlyFans account for her 36,000 subscribers. She doesn't even have 50,000 subscribers. Jesus Christ. Lily has advertised it online with a picture of herself in a white lace top, a company, blah, blah, blah. She told the Mail. What? Okay, hold on. There's no way she didn't accept any money for this. So she's just doing it free for her OnlyFans? That's crazy. That's wild. So you just have to be like a subscriber to her OnlyFans and then you can watch her get railed. I mean, do you guys think like people are going to sign up? Like, are people are going to be like, yeah, sign me up. Like, I want to watch this. I want to watch her break that record. I mean, maybe she's going to make more money now, right? Ugh, this thing is not working. My ad blocker is blocking the Daily Mail because the Daily Mail is just insane with ads. So let me see if I can go to Firefox. My ad blocker won't let it happen. Okay. Let's go to this. I'm going to share my screen here so we can get to the bottom of this window. Okay, here we go. It's a student from wealthy family who wants to have sex with 1,000 men in 24 hours. She made £2 million from her OnlyFans. Tell on to Jane Fryer about her sordid stunt in an interview that reveals the horrifying truth about sex today. The horrifying truth is that you're a slut. Like, what the fuck? Oh, is this? Can we watch this? Is this an interview that she's already given? Oh, God, these advertisements. This is why I kept getting blocked with my ad blocker. Oh, you probably can't hear the audio now, though. Okay, forget this. Forget this. I'm going to X this out. I don't think this is something we're going to enjoy. Thank you, Nitrium, for 2. Says, I hear they hire a firefighter to hose. Ew. Thank you. Russell Hall for 5 says, what's the going rate for vaginal reconstructive surgery these days? That's a really good question. I don't know. And I don't really want to Google it. But you know what? I'm going to. Let's Google it. How much for vaginal reconstruction surgery? Because I was thinking the same thing. It has to be like she has to have to want to do it. It says vaginoplasty, a procedure that repairs the vaginal walls that can cost between $4,000 and $20,000. And the cost depends on the extent of the previous injuries. So, I mean, that's nothing for her. She's just going to get that done. So, there you go. She can afford that. Russell Hall for 2 says, how did they determine the turn order? Because I believe it was first comes, first serve, from what I understand, because I remember there was also a video. I don't know where it is now, but there was also a video where they showed the dudes lined up by her door. Excuse me, by her door. So it was they were all at her apartment. So I think it was first come, first serve. So whoever showed up first and lined up, there was a queue, and they would just go in when the other person was done. Okay, no pun intended on that one. That's funny. Okay. Then we got 201 Studios for $5. Thank you. Says, did they switch positions, or was she a glorified glory hole? I don't know, because I haven't watched the documentary fully. I am interested in watching the documentary just to see what her mental state is to even want to do this. But she seemed I started watching it I watched the first 5 minutes, and she seemed fine. She was really into it at first. She was like, yeah, I'm so ready to do this. And now I don't know. I know. It was phrasing for sure. It was. And then hold on, let me see if I can grab my little clip for this. It was totally phrasing. It's true.
Hey, phrasing.
Oh no. But she didn't she also says that she wasn't happy with whatever it is happened. So I'm guessing I honestly don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Russell Hall for 2 says, ha, you're gonna get so many ads for vaginal surgery now. Shucks, Russell, you're right, probably. 200 watts. I was curious though. Like I actually was curious about that. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm Googling it. Because I wanted to know from all these OnlyFans girls, like they have to want to do it. You know, I found out about that through Curb Your Enthusiasm. There was an episode because he was like dating, Larry was dating like this older woman. And she was like, Larry, you got to pay for me to have my like a vaginal reconstructive surgery. And Larry David was like, oh, what? And like, she's like, they just like refreshen everything up and they tighten it up and like they lift it and it looks great. It looked like I'm 21 again. And he was just like, all right. Like, I couldn't believe that was a topic, but it was. And I think it was either the latest season of Curb or the one before. I don't know if it was the final season or not, but it was one of the newer ones. Did they have a fluffer? No, I don't think they did 200 Watt Studios. And I know that, like, I hate the fact that I know what a fluffer even is. But yeah, I don't think they had that because they would just like go. The fluffer was the next person in line. Is that bad? Oh God. Oh geez. Russell Hall for 2 says she has the buggerer's remorse. The buggerer's remorse. I don't know what that means. You mean the banger's remorse? Bangers is? I don't know. Well, that was a topic. I don't know what to say. Do you guys think she's actually going to go through with it? Like, do you think she's going to bang 1,000 dudes? I don't know, man. She looked pretty depressed after that. Does she not have a mom? She certainly doesn't have a dad. I mean, like, you never know with these people, like I would think like whenever I hear about like porn stars, I always think there's like daddy issues. But then I talked to Jasmine Jafar and she has a very healthy family. So, sometimes it has nothing to do with daddy issues. Sometimes it's just like, you're just like, yeah, I want to go be a porn star because I make a lot of money. That's what Jasmine Jafar said. She's like, I'm making so much money. It's all about the money. That's why I'm like, this girl, if she got paid nothing to do this, that's wild. That's wild because you're not even making any money. That's just wild. Russell Hall for 2 says, hopefully they spit on that thing. Like that's a fucking hawk to a girl. Hopefully they spit on that thing. God, let's talk about her for a minute. She gone and disappeared. I don't think Hawk Tuah Girl would actually bang 100 dudes. Do you guys think that she would? 200 Watt Studios for 2 says, the guys in line use the buddy fluffer. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh my God. I'm so glad you're getting entertained. I'm so glad you're getting entertained. The Hawk Tuah Girl. Man, that was a topic tonight, you guys. She got in trouble. She got into some trouble. I mean, she did a pump and dump, but a different kind of pump and dump. Was that a terrible joke? Should I just leave? I'll see myself. I'm just joking. It was like she did a different kind of pump and dump. And if you're not familiar with the with crypto, that's what she did. She did some sort of weird crypto scam thing. Here's an article covering it. Is Hawk Tuah Girl's crypto venture a pump and dump? Haley Welch, known as the Hawk Tuah Girl, became famous over the summer for her viral Hawk Tuah video, which I'm sure everyone in the chat has seen it. Last week, she launched her cryptocurrency, like Hawk, which soared to a $490 million market cap shortly after its debut. However, Within just 20 minutes, the coin's value plunged by 95%, leaving its market cap at just $41 million. Was it a scam? And who is to blame for those who lost out when buying into the currency? Well, the short answer, I believe, without reading on, the short answer to these is, was it a scam? Yes, absolutely. And also, who is to blame for those who lost when buying into the currency? They are. Whoever is gone and was like, you know what? Tuah Girl made a Bitcoin or whatever the fuck, like one of those cryptocurrencies, sold. I'm buying in. Like, if you bought the crypto, then you lost because you're retarded. Okay, that's on you. Now, sure, you can go into like this whole idea of like, I do think a part of me thinks that she was manipulated by certain individuals that were, part of this making this coin. And I think that she was manipulated into it. They were like, you should do this and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, all right, y'all, let's do it and let's have some fun. Cause she's like, dumb blonde girl. She's just kind of stupid. So she probably just thought, this is like a get rich quick thing. She's gonna make some money, have some fun. Everyone's into crypto now. Like, she's gonna make some money, whatever. And then they kind of fucking screwed her. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think she was in on it? Like, or do you think she was just dumb as fuck? Let's make a poll. Start a poll. Was Tuah Girl in on the scam? Yes or no? Was she in on the scam, or was she basically kind of like roped into it without realizing what she was doing? Let's see if we can. Let's get a feel for what the chat is thinking. On Thursday morning episode of The Briefing, we talked to Danielle Gomez, associate professor of the University of Sydney, to explain the complex world of crypto. I don't want to hear about that. I don't. Do we have a better article? Let's find something else. I need to find something better. Let's see what this, because it was called a meme coin. Let's see if we can have a better article. Talk to a meme coin rug pull is the hypothesis of bag culture. I don't know what any of that fucking means. But let's read it a little bit. The hell is bag culture? I can't ease you into this one. So Haley Welch, colloquially known as Tuah Girl, launched a bespoke cryptocurrency token called Hawk last Wednesday. The same day she told Fortune it was not just a cash grab. And her manager cut off a question in the same interview about its legality, because he said, we don't want to break securities laws. And hours before the vast majority of Tuah tokens were sold off, and it appears to be a textbook example of pump and dump scheme, this reads on the first glance as a story about some fundamentally ephemeral viral bullshit. It isn't not about the viral bullshit, though. I'd argue it's worth taking seriously as an extreme yet representative example of the new paradigm of the online fame, social media, and a certain irritated, newly relevant segment of culture. Hey, this guy's not lying. But I'm not lying. I'm not reading this whole thing. So let's see what the poll has to say. The poll is saying, was Tuah Girl in on the scam? We got 34 votes so far. 59% saying no. 41% saying yes. So I guess more of you think that it's a yes than a no. I don't know. I don't know if she was in on it. Still haven't quite decided. Maybe she was. Maybe she wasn't. Oh, bag of crypto. Okay, that makes sense. 201 Studios for 2 says, oh yeah, we got that one. Thank you. Russell Hall for 2. Crypto season is just starting. Hawk to the moon. Hashtag hawk to the moon. Like Doge to the moon. I get that actually. I actually got that one. Thank you, Russell. Okay. So yeah, Hawk to but yeah, she's kind of MIA though. She's been missing since this whole thing went down. The last thing I saw of her actually was like the night like the night that they were doing like the night that they found out about it. They were saying that like they were doing like a spaces thing, and I went into the spaces thing to just listen to what she has to say and everything. And people were just kind of going nuts. And then all of a sudden she goes, I'm going to bed, y'all. And she just leaves. And like people were like asking her questions. And I was like, wow, that was something. Like it's just kind of weird for her to be like, bye. Like I'm just out. Let me look up her. Let's see, when was her last active? What's her name again? Haley Welch. Haley Welch. It's sad because she was doing such great things at first. Like she was kind of like helping out with like some dog rescue places and like animal rescue shelters, and she was using her power for good for a minute. And I was like, oh, that's good for her. Like she's using her power for good. That's always nice to see. But now all of a sudden she like, she tried to take shortcuts, man. And in life, you don't take shortcuts. Yeah, Haley Welch over here. I wanted to see if she's been active. And no, since she hasn't been here since December 4th, basically talking about this whole thing. Hawk 2 is live.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
Oh, that's what that.
My Hawk meme coin is live!
Oh, that is not going to age well. Oh boy. that is not going to age well. Ooh. I wonder if she's going to get sued. I mean, some people were saying she's going to like end up in prison. I don't know if she's going to end up in prison. I mean, I don't know. People have done a lot more and lost a lot more money, and they haven't ended up in jail. So I don't know if she's going to end up in jail. Russell Hall for 2 says, I wonder if Bill Maher bought any. Yeah, I don't think so, because Bill Maher is too old. He probably doesn't even understand what crypto is. He's like, crypto, what? He's too fucking old. So we've talked about a very slutty girl getting railed by 100 dudes. We talked about another slutty girl talking about like getting famous over spitting on that thing. The Hawk Tuah Girl. Now let's talk about a lovely young girl who, like myself, is very, very far from these other 2 girls. And that's Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper is also in the news today. I mean, imagine sharing the news cycle with some girl that gets railed by 100 guys and some other girl that's gone off the freaking internet because of some crypto scam pump and dump. But yes, Brett Cooper was in the news today as well. Boo, more slut talk. We're leaving. Yeah, I'm gonna lose like all the viewers now. She was in the news. She verified something that has been circulating the internet for a while now. I don't know what's going on with the Rumble chat, because the Rumble chat has completely broken on my end. So I'm gonna refresh it, because I don't. Are we even live over on Rumble? Like, what is going on with Rumble right now? Okay, here we go. I refreshed the chat and now it's moving again because it had stopped for a minute, but I could see it through StreamYard, but not through the Rumble chat, the Rumble rants and stuff, the Rumble live chat. Anyways, news because it's finally been kind of confirmed. This rumor that's been going around about her leaving the Daily Wire, and so today she verified it. This is, I think, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Sorry, yesterday she said that she's doing it. So
Hey
here we
guys,
go.
some of you have heard the rumors online, and the rumors are mostly true. Today, December 10th, will be my last day hosting the comment section and working for the Daily Wire. It is not true that I am being forced out. It was my own choice to leave. And believe me, this is bittersweet.
I can understand why she would want to leave. Now she's saying she hasn't been forced out, and she's saying that, it's her choice that she wants to leave. But I kind of understand why, because, at first when she got onto the scene, she was, a young starting person, the Daily Wire, and she got famous and she built a channel. I think her show has something like 4 or 5 million followers now, subscribers. That's a lot. So I think maybe she just decided, you know what, it's time to move on and be able to do like my own thing because I've cultivated enough people over here to support me moving forward. And I'm just going to take, my business elsewhere, especially if her contract was up. Like maybe she was like, she felt like, oh, like my contract is going to be up anyways. Let me just move on and go do my own thing because, working at the Daily Wire is still a corporation. So they're going to still have some limitations, let's just say, like maybe you can't talk about certain things or be critical of certain someone's. And we all know what happened to Candace Owens. So, you can't be critical of certain groups or individuals or whatever at the Daily Wire. And I could see why she's like, you know what, maybe I'll just, respectfully bow out.
I have had the most unbelievable 3 years helping to craft the show, building this community, and telling stories and sharing the truth every day. Through the comment section, you all have made me braver, more articulate, more thoughtful, more hopeful than I could have ever imagined. And I'm grateful that we spent this time together. And I'm grateful that the Daily Wire gave us a platform to grow this community. But at this point in my life, I am ready to take on a new direction, both personally and professionally. This means new challenges and new endeavors, which I will share with you soon. As for this show, the comment section will continue with the Daily Wire. My producer, Reagan, is taking over as host of the comment section, and I wish her and the Daily Wire.
I mean, that's kind of like really lame, but also understandable. Because again, it's a corporation. Now, something similar kind of happened to Blaze when like Elijah Schaefer and what's her name? Sydney Watson broke up. Remember, you guys they had that Blaze show. I forget what the show was called, but Anna went on that show. That Star Wars girl went on that show. She had a really good experience on there. She talks about that sometimes. Like Elijah didn't even know who she was and stuff like that. But they had that show on the Blaze, and then they broke up as like the duo. The duo broke up. They didn't want to work together anymore. So then they left the Blaze, and then they turned their page into Alex Stein's new show. So they just like rebranded page. Now Alex Stein got a new name, like he got like Pimp on the Blimp or whatever. What is his show called? Like he got Prime Time with Alex Stein. I think that's what it's called. So he got Prime Time with Alex Stein. But then it went over, like they already had the subscribers for the other show, the one with Elijah and Sydney. And so they just kind of rebranded. You Are Here. Thank you. That was the show. You Are Here was the show. And they just kind of rebranded it. But in this case, they're not even really doing that. They're just getting rid of the personality. They're keeping the show, but they're saying the host is going to be replaced by her producer, which I don't know if that's going to work out well for them. Like, because usually when you make a show, the show is the personality. So like in this case, it's Brett Cooper. Like Brett Cooper is the comment section with Brett Cooper. I don't know. Like, mind you, I haven't really watched too many. I've watched some of her stuff, and I thought she's really good, but I haven't really seen her like producer do some, so I can see like the difference. But I can tell you that it's going to be different though, because usually that's the way it is. Now, I don't know if that's a smart move for them to make at the Daily Wire. I would have probably made a new show, kind of like the way The Blaze did it. Like I would have just make it a new show and like have new people, whoever you're gonna have your, run the new show. I would have them pick like a new set and pick new whatever, and then do it. But like for them to get like to replace her like that, it's kind of weird to me. I don't know. Is it weird to you guys? It's weird to me. Like I'm like, I don't know how I would feel about it if I was her. Like I'd be like, it's kind of a dick move. But then again, it is the Daily Wire, and we're talking about freaking Jeremy Boring, and that guy is a total dick. Like he just comes across like that. He just comes across like that. He doesn't seem like the nicest guy. Not very down to earth. Let's just say that.
They're all the best. We have had 3 great years, and I'm proud of what we've accomplished together. Leaving the show and the platforms that we've built is hard, but I'm very excited for what's to come. Knowing that we have brought so many people together in laughter over these last 3 years means the world to me. I appreciate all of you, so let's chat again soon. But in the meantime, go touch some grass, kick some rocks, and we'll catch up shortly. And now for some final thoughts from the God King himself, Jeremy Boring.
Oh God. The fact that she has to like
sad
call him the God King is the weirdest fucking thing to me. Like that is so cringe. Like is that cringe to anybody else? The God King Jeremy Boring? Like I don't know. That sounds so weird and cringe.
To see Brett go, but we're excited to see her take the next step in her journey. Brett's an amazing talent, both as a personality and as an actress. It's been a pleasure to see her bring the comment section to life these last 3 years. And her performance in the Pendragon cycle is sensational. I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire. And we wish her nothing but the best.
So, my friends, while I have you here, I thought we could run it back.
Anyway, she goes into like her new episode, which is going to be about Jay-Z, which that's another topic we can talk about if you guys want to. But I just wanted to kind of like share the news that the Brett Cooper stuff turns out it was real. Well, it turns out they're parting ways. Now they're claiming that it's not, it's amicable. She's going her separate ways or whatever, but I don't know if I believe that completely. I can see it. I can see it. She would, but I don't know if I believe it completely. There was that whole thing that we talked about last week. I don't know if you guys were here for it, but we talked about last week that she got kind of like busted commenting on Nick Fuentes' post, and that's a big no-no at the Daily Wire. So I guess the Daily Wire kind of gave her, she got in trouble for that. So I don't know if this is all related to that or not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Or maybe she's just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with the Daily Wire. They're weird. They don't pay me enough. I'm going to go do my own thing. I don't know. I could see it. I could see it both ways. That's a good question too. DL says, if they keep losing their talent, how much longer are they going to be around? As long as like Jeremy Boring is going to be like a freaking God King, and I don't know, throwing money at whatever, because that guy's rich. So as long as the money keeps flowing, there was rumors that other people were wanting to leave too, though. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see more people like leaving. I have no idea. I could tell you this: the Daily Wire has just not been doing well. They just seem very weird now. The God King, Jeremy Boring. Who the fuck does that guy think he is? All right. So this is the other topic I wanted to discuss. Let's talk about Smash JT is officially being sued by Alyssa Mercante. Alyssa Mercante officially files lawsuit against Smash JT, a calculated, dangerous doxing attack. Now, this is from Smash JT, the website. So, like, I'm guessing he wrote this. So bear that in mind as we read on, because while I'm reporting on this, I don't want you to think like this is not coming from like This is definitely a biased point of view. Okay. He's just confirming that this is happening. So Alyssa Mercante is going after JT. Dun dun dun. So Alyssa Mercante, formerly senior editor at Kotaku, has decided to escalate her long-standing feud with content creators covering the video game industry by now officially filing a lawsuit against me in the United States District Court of the Eastern District of New York. Here is the picture. Hold on, let's see if we can we open this? Oh, I can open this. Wow, we can actually go through it. Let's see what this article says, though, before we do that. So here it is. It says preliminary statement. Modern video game enthusiasm is marked by presence of semi-organized, outrage-driven campaigns for harassment like 2014 infamous Gamergate. They bring up Gamergate in like the first freaking paragraph. So he says the lawsuit, which spans 54 pages, accuses me of stochastic terrorism, defamation, bias-related violence, or intimidation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and tortious interference. But let's be clear with what's really going on here. The heart of the issue isn't just the frivolous nature of the lawsuit, but in reality, how Mercante has found a way to weaponize it and to legally dox me, putting me and my entire family's safety at risk. So he's put a screenshot on here of him going, my address is listed in the documents that she posted publicly. She has now doxed me and my family, putting us in danger. CCing Ron Coleman, which is his lawyer. Check out page 7, bro. While Mercante made sure to redact her own address from the public filing, citing her concern for personal safety, she apparently had no issue sharing the lawsuit on her social media account, where she routinely stirs up plenty of hatred and animosity against me. By doing so, she broadcasts my private information to her thousands of followers, many of whom have consistently been openly hostile towards me. Now, this I can vouch for because I've kind of seen the back and forths he's had with her on Twitter. And man, her followers are a bunch of weirdos. They're kind of like the guy that we started the stream with, like a bunch of freaking weirdos with like alt accounts stalking him and stuff like that. So, I mean, they exist. There's a lot of weirdos out there. Also interesting how she feels unsafe posting her own address and legal documents, but didn't have problem including mine. Okay, that she says that this is as the party's plaintiff, Alyssa Mercante, is a resident of state of New York and a county of Kings. Alyssa Mercante's address is redacted here due to threats made against her as the basis of the lawsuit, but such information will be revealed to the court in camera. She may be served with any process through her counsel record identifying below. This reckless and honest abhorrent act has now put my family directly in harm's way, as she has encouraged others to target me in real life. For someone who claims to fear her own safety, this is some pretty strong hypocrisy at its finest. Not that I'd come to expect anything less from her. I don't know if this is an argument you can make in court. I really don't. I mean, you can try, but I don't know if that's a good argument. The lawsuit itself is a blatant attempt to silence my work covering the gaming industry and a clear scream of jealousy over my success and my coverage of it. Among her claims, Mercante alleges that I defamed her by stating that she sucks dick for money. Oh my God, that is just so funny. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Did he say that though? Like, I mean, that doesn't sound like something that JT would say. Like, imagine JT is like, that bitch sucking dick for money. Instead of, I don't know, like talking about her, her career. I mean, if you say like, if you say, hey, Alyssa Mercante works for Kotaku, does that automatically mean she sucks dick for money? Because, I mean, she works for Kotaku. Come on, guys. Well, she worked. I should say she worked. Accusing me of making factually false statements, which with actual malice. Her lawyers argue that this statement constitutes defamation per se under New York law. Is that really defamation though? I mean, we have a woman we just talked about that wants to bang 100 dudes. She wants to go for the record. She wants to bang 1,000 dudes. I don't know if that's really defaming someone at this point in time. To say that, like, oh yeah, you just like to suck dick. I don't know if that counts. Especially not to those other women. I mean, one of them wants to do it because of the fame. I mean, I don't really know how that works. My mind is boggling at the idea of it. But moving on with dick sucking, I guess. Her lawyer argued, okay, that impugns her? What's impugns? I don't think I've ever heard this word before in my life. Impugns means dispute the truth, validity, or honesty. Call into question. I've never heard the word impugns in my life. Well, now I have, and I learned something new. Thanks, JT. I appreciate this. People are correcting my pronunciation of it. Impugns. Okay, impugns. Thank you. Russell Hall for 2 says, I don't get it. Why is Justin Bieber so mad? Better be careful, Russell. She might want to sue you next. Calling her Justin Bieber. Wait, did I not say it right? Impayuns. Punes? Impayuns. I'm impayuns. Oh, fuck. It's also all meaning now. Her chastity. Oh my God. That's so funny. The word chastity is funny. And implies criminal activity. They also attribute her alleged damages, including harm to her professional reputation, loss of economic opportunities, and mental anguish, to my coverage. Wait, didn't she just get a new job at the New York or the Washington Post? Doesn't she work at the Washington Post now? I mean, I feel like that's a bit of a step up to Kotaku. So how is that what he's saying here, like including harm to her professional reputation and loss of economic opportunities? But she just moved up the chain, didn't she? She just went to, I mean, I hate the Washington Compost, but it's more reputable than Kotaku, right? I don't know. And mental anguish to my coverage. Alyssa, last time I checked, this was your Twitter account. Wow. So here's a guy saying, how did you get into the gaming industry? And she goes, I suck dick. Wow. So classy. So many classy women out there. Russell Hall for 2 says, I would never accuse that chick of sucking dick. Well, Russell, she admitted it herself. That she doesn't. I'm shocked. I gotta say, I'm shocked. I am shocked that she would say this because I thought she was a lesbian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, I thought she eats carpet. I did not think that that's what she does. But maybe she's bi. I don't know. There's such a thing. Her unhinged accusations don't stop there. Mercante claims, I intentionally inflicted emotional distress by creating a firestorm of online attention that she says has resulted in daily harassment. She even alleges that I targeted her based on her race, gender, age, and sexual orientation. But she's white. What do you mean by her race? The lawsuit also asserts that I engaged in tortoise interference with her employment, claiming my commentary and promotion of others' critiques had now somehow directly led her to her job loss and contract buyout. He's inserted a Grums tweet here saying, what lawsuit cites Wikipedia as a source? You're not even allowed to cite it in the high school paper. Clown lawsuit versus Mash JT. Okay, so apparently they put Wikipedia as a source. Says preliminary statement. One, modern video game enthusiasm is sparked by the presence of semi-organized, outrage-driven campaigns for harassment, like 2014's infamous Gamergate. In 2024, a small Montreal-based narrative development and consulting company, Sweet Baby Inc., found itself at the center of a fresh controversy, incorrectly accused by Gamergate enthusiasts. Gamergate enthusiasts. That's us, you guys. Of forcibly inserting gender, sexual, or ethnic minority characters into the game, or otherwise tweaking its narrative presentation to favor a general liberal bent. Alyssa Mercante was a senior editor at the gaming news website blog Kotaku, one of the longest-running, most successful gaming news websites. Kotaku, along with its parent company Go Media, has its primary place of business in New York. Cites the source as Wikipedia for Gamergate. I guess that's like for like the people who are reading this lawsuit and are like, the fuck is Gamergate? And they're like, just so you know, that's what it is. Because you would have to explain to, right? Like you would have to explain to some lawyers and like, old ass judges and stuff what Gamergate is. So I can kind of see why they would cite Wikipedia. Now that may not have been the best way to cite it. I would think it would be a much more interesting thing to maybe put like a Kotaku article talking about Gamergate, but I can see why they cited it though, because they're trying to this is a legal filing where the legal filing is trying to, communicate to the other lawyers and to the judge and the court what certain terms are. And if they don't understand what Gamergate is, they're going to have to understand it. I mean, it's a terrible choice, but I don't know. What else would you use? All right, moving on. Let's see. But the most ludicrous charge is the accusation of stochastic terrorism. What the fuck does that even mean? A term her legal team appears to be using to start some sort of new legal grounds. They're trying to argue that I stoked harassment among my followers with the intent to harm Mercante's life and livelihood. This claim is baseless and is inflammatory, stretching the definition of liability to absurd extremes. So this says, 7, Tarzia has declared Kotaku to be everything wrong with the video game industry. I mean, he's not wrong there. In fact, Tarzia created a petition at change.org to have Kotaku shut down, stating, we demand accountability from Kotaku and exhorting his viewers to join his movement to uphold the standards we as community deserve in the video game industry. I don't think any of this has to do with defaming someone or anything like that, though. I mean, everybody has a right to make a petition. It's kind of like based on a democratic thing. You can make a petition. If people sign it, that means your petition has the, has the will of the people are with your petition. But you could get 0 signatures, and then that means nobody gives a shit about your petition, and your petition doesn't mean anything. Kind of like the Game of Thrones season 8 petition that got I think it got some ridiculous number, 4.1 million signatures or something like that for them to renew it, versus the Acolyte petition to bring back the Acolyte got I think the last time I checked it was 38,000 or something like that signatures. Don't quote me on that. I don't know, but it was some ridiculously low number. So does that really even matter? He started a petition, big fucking whoop-de-doo. Literally everybody makes a petition. I made a petition. I made a petition to not bring back, to keep Cowboy Bebop, the live action Netflix adaptation, canceled. Like when they canceled it, excuse me, there was like some people that were trying to make a petition to bring it back. And I was like, no, we don't need this back. We need this gone forever. Please delete it off Netflix. Like, we don't ever want to see this fucking shit again. This is garbage. So what, like, can Netflix come sue me for making a petition about that? Or like the guy that was like the star of of that show. What was his name? Harold. I call him Harold from Harold and Kumar. But I forget that guy's name. He's got a name though. I got like pretty good signatures on that too. I wonder if it's still around. Let me see if I can look it up. Keep Netflix live action. Wait, keep Netflix live. No, wait. Don't bring back Netflix live action Cowboy Bebop petition. Let's see if it's around. Let's see how many signatures did we get on this? Oh my god, it's still around. We got like 12,750 signatures on this. Hold on, it's still around. We gotta show this. Here's my petition. Keep Netflix live action Cowboy Bebop canceled. Hey, it didn't do too bad. 12,753 people agreed with me. There I am. I'm the petitioner starter. So what, like, is this guy gonna come sue me for this? Like, how dare you try to keep a show canceled? No. Spike Insanity says, thank you for that, Nina. You're welcome. Just doing the Lord's work. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But seriously though, on a serious note, the fuck is this lawsuit even talking about? You can't sue people based on petitions that they make. That you just can. That's just wild to me. Let's not mince words, he says. This lawsuit is a desperate and vindictive move by Mercante to silence criticism and intimidate me into submission. You know what? I agree. I agree completely with this. I think this is true. This is a very frivolous lawsuit. She's just bitter as fuck, I guess. Like, she's just trying to mess with him monetarily because lawsuits are expensive. So if maybe she comes from money, like maybe she has easy money and she's like, she just doesn't care. So she's like, you know what? I'll take this guy on. But lawsuits are expensive and he has a family to feed. So it's going to cost him. It's going to hit him in the pocket, whether or not he wins. Now, if he wins and he wants to countersue her for legal fees, that's a different thing. But you still have to pay. You're still going to have to pay Raul Coleman, his retainer. It's still going to come out of your pocket. So, but I guess you could countersue her. Also to try to hurt me and my family in any way she can, because she is and always has been, in my humble opinion, a complete failure at life. It's completely frivolous, time wasting, and ultimately self-defeating. I agree with all of that. But the real cost here isn't just a legal battle. It's the danger she's deliberately placed on my family. By publicizing this lawsuit, she's made a calculated decision to expose me to risk while hiding behind the guise of victimhood. That's correct as well, because there's a lot of fucking crazy people out there. Jay Viper says, the lawyer, by the way, they don't bring their best. Oh, God. That's her lawyer? Oh, boy. Jesus. Oh my God. I really hope she's on that 4B plan, for fuck's sakes. Good Lord. Adding insult to injury. I mean, I don't know, dude. This is the insult to injury. Holy shit. I love. Oh, sorry. Adding insult to injury. I now face the financial burden of defending myself. Exactly. Unfortunately, funds from the GoFundMe I had previously informed you guys that would be going to cancer research will now instead have to be redirected to cover legal expenses. Ouch, that's so sad. She's literally taking fucking money out of the mouths of cancer patients who could have used that money to treat cancer. So she's literally like, this woman, let's all appreciate this. This woman is basically taking money away from cancer patients because she's such a bitch. That's right, I said it. I said it, Alyssa. Come get me. It's a bitch thing to do. This is honestly a heartbreaking diversion of resources that could have gone to an actual worthy cause, all because she has no idea how to take an L in life. It genuinely sucks. It does genuinely suck. I'm sorry, JP. That sucks. So that's her lawyer. This is his lawyer, Mr. Ron Coleman. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple times. He's a very nice man. And he wins a lot of cases, you guys. He's a winner. I'm scheduled to meet with my lawyer, Ron Coleman, tomorrow to strategize our next steps. Coleman, known for his expertise in First Amendment and defamation cases, has assured me that we have a very strong defense case. These baseless claims. Again, I'm not worried about at all about the lawsuit. It's a doxing pod that really messed up in all this. That is really messed up. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that, Smash JT. It's just crazy being an online personality, like putting your family, your family's at risk. It's weird, man. It's weird. You have you just put your passion out there. You're talking about, your video, you're passionate about video games. You're just talking about your passion. You're just talking about what you're upset about with a website called Kotaku and how they don't represent games or gamers that well. And then this chick comes after you and tries to sue you and then dox you and your entire family. For people like that fucking weirdo that we started the stream with to go to their house and do weird shit. Because we all know those people exist. That they exist. Unhinged people exist. It's just the way it is. The ordeal itself is a chaotic reminder of how easily the legal system can be weaponized by those seeking to silence any dissent. He's right. He's put this picture, gasp of horror. Yeah, the change Kotaku shut down. Holy shit. The horror of making a petition. Moving forward with this lawsuit isn't just an attack to me. It's an attack to anyone who dares to speak out against it. Entrenched narratives in the gaming industry is a chilling precedent that should concern all journalists, creators, and commentators alike. It's a little concerning to me, but also not that much because it's such a frivolous lawsuit that she's created that I feel like it's probably going to get dismissed. She's there is such a thing as free speech laws in the United States, and they also have freedom of freedom of the press, which basically counts. JT counts as press, he's talking about something to do with the press. So I don't know. This is going to be really, really difficult for them to prove the other side. They have to show a lot of damages. I don't know if they can do that. He says, I won't back down, and I urge you guys to please stand with me as we fight against this battle together, not just for my sake, but for the principle of free expression for everyone. I mean, I'm there. I'm definitely there with you in spirit, JT. I hate people like this that try and take advantage of the law. The amount in controversy in this case is more than $75,000. Jesus. Because Jeff Tarzias, that's his name that she's doxxed again. Oops. What did I do? Commercial enterprise is largely built off of and dedicated to the disparaging, Jesus Christ, harassing, intimidating, and stalking of Alyssa Mercante. He's not stalking her. What the fuck? What are these people talking about? The calendar year 2024 alone, and at least 75,000 of that is directly based upon factually false statements made by Tarzia about Alyssa Mercante. Additionally, the harms to Mercante because of the mob Tarzia has incited and the related harassment are of far exceed $75,000. I don't know, man. This is hard to prove. You can't control people on the internet. She's on the internet. She's a public personality and she makes public statements all the time. If people don't like those public statements, that's not his fault that they don't like the stuff that you're saying. How can you pinpoint how many of them are his followers? You just can't. You can't prove that. In my initial response to the lawsuit, before reading through it and learning about the docs, I posted on X that you are as annoying as you are irrelevant. This sentiment really does capture the absurdity of the entire situation. Mercante's actions are transparently weak attempt to silence actual criticism while trying to paint herself as the victim, but the truth is out there, and I'll continue to fight to make it heard. Well, good luck, JT. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this case because it does affect us as content creators. I mean, one of us is being sued by some fucking weirdo. She is a public hole, says Merlin. That was the other girl. We already talked about her. Her name was Lily Phillips. Do we want to go through the actual lawsuit? I don't think I want to go through that. That was enough. A brief history of Gamergate. Oh my god, they actually have a brief history of Gamergate, and I was just like scrolling through it. Yeah, other people probably would be breaking down this lawsuit that are far better at it than me. No. Hey, I'm on a roll tonight. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Okay, let's talk about a couple more things here. Oh yeah, Caitlyn Clark. Let's talk about another white girl. So many white girls I'm talking about it tonight. Russell Hall for 2 says, wait, her name is Phil Lips? Seriously? Yeah, it is. It's Phillips. It's true. Lily Phillips or whatever her name was. That's her name. So we're going to talk about another white girl tonight. Not that I'm complaining. I'm white. Look, I'm so different than this Lily girl that like this dude's like, more shoulder, please. And I'm like, oh God, like that made me want to cover it even more. Like, oh my God, I'm like totally the other, like the opposite end of that spectrum. Like, I'm like, don't look at me. Oh my God. But seriously, let's talk about Caitlyn Clark. So Caitlyn Clark, if you guys don't know, is this white girl in the NBA. That's her. Or I should say the WNBA. Now, she last year was making a lot of headlines for being very good at what she does, which is basketball. But also getting really harassed by some of the players. Like a lot of people were talking about how she's being bullied by a lot of the Black players on the team. And she was, she's just she was having a rough go of it for a while, and a lot of people would try to kind of pull her into the political aspect of it. People tried to like make it a white versus black thing. A lot of the black girls were making comments to the news outlet saying that her crowd is a bunch of basically redneck white racist people that come to the shows and basically call us names and the n-word and like blah blah blah. I don't think that that's true, by the way. I have serious doubt that that's happened, because if that was true, people would have videoed it and it would have been all over the internet. It wasn't. And you know how much the media loves capturing like racisms on the camera. So I think that was all bullshit that they were coming out with. She's been in the news for a while. And then finally, I guess she kind of, in a way, bent the knee. So this article says Caitlyn Clark faces backlash over comments on race, privilege, and success in the WNBA. And so she basically said, now Clark has decided to speak up. In an interview with The Times, she admitted, I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. She went on to acknowledge the significant contributions of Black women in the WNBA, saying, quote, I love those players in the league that have been really good, have been Black players. This league has kind of been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have brands and companies invest in those players that have made this league incredible, I think it's very important. So that's the comments that she made, and she's receiving a lot of backlash for those comments, saying that basically she's white and she has privilege. So this article says, did the comments go too far? Some people think it did. Like this account here, that's not Donald Trump. Obviously, this is the Donald Trump news community, so it's run by some right-wing person, I guess, saying Indiana Fever's star Caitlyn Clark has stirred controversy after her recent comments in Time magazine, where she said her white privilege and the foundation on the role of Black NBA players. Meanwhile, another fan dismissed her statement, saying that her privilege is her talent, not her skin color. She's not selling out arenas because she's white, and that's really true. Her skills are what set her apart, and what was selling out the arenas is what had people interested in the WNBA for the first time, and probably ever, was the fact that she was really good at what she was doing. Despite the controversy, Clark's impact on the WNBA is undeniable. Her debut season was nothing short of historic. She became the first rookie since 2008 to be named to the all WNBA first team and led the Indiana Fever to their first postseason appearance in 2016. Her appearance has drawn record-breaking viewership and brought unprecedented attention to women's basketball, solidifying her status as one of the sport's most influential figures. That's definitely true. That is all true. More people were pissed. I think I saw like Megyn Kelly said something about her. Riley Gaines said something about her. There's a bunch of people that were really pissed off about her making that statement. Here's the Babylon Bee saying, Caitlyn Clark explains that white privilege feels weirdly like getting beat up by giant lesbians. And this is a really funny article. And the reason for that is also because, like, it's a funny headline, but for those of you that don't know, one of the reasons, like I was saying, she's been bullied by these girls for so long is that they literally would do like incredible flagrant fouls on her to get her out of the game. Like they would like literally like elbow her in the face and do all this fucking crazy shit to her. And like the I was gonna say the judges, but the jury. Oh God, I'm still in the other article. The refs wouldn't call anything because the refs are retarded. Everybody knows that NBA refs are fucking weird. But yeah, so like that's where this headline comes from, because she constantly was getting beat up by these girls and nobody's doing anything about it. And then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, like I have privilege. I don't know. Maybe she just got sick of being bullied. Like maybe she was just like, okay, fine. I'll just bend the knees so you guys stop bullying me for 5 minutes. Please. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. Russell Hall for 2 says, I would never accuse. Okay, we got that one. Thank you. Then Russell Hall again for 2 says, I guess clitoris is kind of like dick. Oh God. No, it's not, Russell. Please go back to school if you think it's kind of like the same thing. Oh God. Like somebody help Russell out. So yeah, that's what happened with Caitlyn Clark. And I don't know. Do you guys think she sold out? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like she's just like sick of being bullied all day. She's probably like, I'm done with being bullied and like being beat up. But I don't know. Speaking of unnecessary things though, this is happening. Austin Butler has been cast as Patrick Bateman in the new American Psycho movie. So my question is, why? Like, why do we need this? Why the hell do we need a new American Psycho movie? I mean, it's like the movie is like what, 20 years old? Like it's not even that old. It's not even that old. How old is it? When did it come out? They're just doing these like weird remakes now way too early. It came out in 2000, so 24 years ago. It still doesn't feel like that long. But really, do we need a remake of that movie though? I mean, first of all, how are you going to get a better performance of Patrick Bateman or whatever his name is than fucking like this dude right here? Christian Bale. Like he killed it. He killed it as that role. And this guy thinks he's going to do better. I don't know. Like why do we always think that everyone's going to do a better job? He was so good. I don't know. Why is this necessary, you guys? I don't understand. It's very confusing to me. Austin Butler was in Dune too. Like, I mean, that's fine. I mean, he was good. He was good in Dune. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's good. I just don't see why we need him to be Patrick Bateman. Why can't people just be like, I'll just, if I want to watch American Psycho, like, I'll just go watch like freaking the other movie. Like, why am I going to go, oh no, I actually need like an updated version. I need an updated version for like American Psycho because it's like so dated from like the 2000s. Like, what? I guess, I don't know. Maybe they just want to put cell phones in it. Like, is that what it is? Like, they want to put like technology in it now. They want to update it so that there's like smartphones there. Like, I mean, it's like for the modern era, what it's going to be woke. I don't know. Is he going to be killing woke people? Is he going to be like some white supremacist? Is that what we're going to, like Patrick Bateman, you know, white supremacist, Trump supporter. He voted for Trump. Is that what we're talking here? Russell Hall for 5 says, oh yeah, look up the picture of a oversized clit and tell me it doesn't look like a little peen. Russell Hall knows about these things. Oh my God, Russell. I'm not looking up that at all. Like, there's no way. Like, that is not happening on any level. But you know what? We will make a poll about it since you're so adamant. I'm sure the dudes in the chat will know, and they can answer the question. Let's make a poll, shall we? We're gonna get the audience involved in this question. Hold on. Why isn't this working? Okay. Is an oversized, why is it glitching? It's not working. Hold on. Is an oversized, it doesn't even want to type. It's like acting out. I'm just writing it. Sorry about the dead air. All right, we have a poll in the chat based on this tweet from Russell Hall. And I guess the chat will answer because there's no way in hell I'm freaking looking that up. Russell Hall for follow-up 2 says some of them even have mushroom caps. Oh my God, what the fuck? Wait, what's happening? Aww. I don't know what this conversation is, but aw. Oh my God. People are saying Russell Hall is not wrong. Why? I don't want to live in a world where Russell Hall is right.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
That's our clip for tonight. Russell Hall screaming at the chat. He's angry now. He's having a temper tantrum. Everyone who voted no, Google it, you cowards. Oh my God, like how many? Wow, 70% are saying yes to this question. And it went down. There's a battle going on in this vote. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. Let people vote. Let people vote. Oh dear Lord. What has become of my chat? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so this guy, American Psycho. Do we see it, people? I mean, who's watching that? Is anyone going to go watch this movie? Like, if you're going to watch American Psycho, are you going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to definitely go and check out probably Trump supporter. I don't know. I'm guessing. This is just a guess. It's a guess for me. Bookmark it. Bookmark this guess that the new American Psycho is going to be about some guy who's a Trump supporter and is a white supremacist or something. And I don't know, something, white supremacy, something. I think that's what the movie is going to be like. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Only hardcore Austin Butler fans. Is that a thing? Like, are there like massive Austin Butler fans? Geez. Oh my God. Oops, hold on. What's happening? What is happening? No. Okay. All right. Speaking of Trump, I saw a weird article today that we're going to have to read. It says Elton John blames Trump's election win for his huge Broadway flop, Tammy Faye. What? Elton John blames Trump's election win for his huge Broadway flop, Tammy Faye. All right, let's read this article. Why? I didn't know Elton John had TDS. Isn't he British? All right, let's see. Elton John blames Donald Trump's election win for his huge Broadway flop. For Elton John, Donald Trump's presidential election victory did not make Broadway great again. In an interview with Time magazine, which named the singer-songwriter its icon of the year, John seemed to blame Trump for the epic failure of his new musical, Tammy Faye. The composer, whose pricey shows closed a flop on Sunday, after just 29 regular performances, called Tammy Faye a political piece of work that pushed the wrong buttons in the day after November 5th. It's a shame for everyone who put so much work into it, John 77 told Time. But that's what happens when you take a chance. It's fairly political piece of work, added John, of this show that opened November 14th and closed December 8th. And with that, you have to press somebody's buttons. The buttons were pressed last night, but the critics weren't the right ones. Tammy Faye tells the story of Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, the popular 1970s and 80s televangelists who shook up religious TV with upbeat prayer, inspirational interviews, and variety acts. One plotline of the musical concerns how the rise of TV preachers helped Ronald Reagan with the presidency. For instance, Reverend Jerry Falwell tells the then Governor Reagan, "Together we can return this country to a time of greatness again." What the hell does any of this have to do with Trump? We're talking about Ronald Reagan. But the theater critics had more gripes with the show than just politics. In one-star review, the Post said John's score was made up of a saltine cracker songs that are forgotten the moment the audience applauds. And then the Times called the musical strangely bland. How the hell does any of this have to do with Donald Trump? Audiences didn't embrace it either. Tammy Faye, which was capitalized for $22 million. Damn, that's more money than like freaking that chick was making from getting railed for 22 or by 100 guys. Wait, she was making 22 million pounds. Hold on, let's do the conversion on that. What's 22 million pounds to American dollars? It's 28 million. But could have cost up to 25 million. Never enjoyed a sold out week on Broadway. I didn't know Broadway plays cost that much money. Like that's like a movie budget, man. Like, how are you gonna get that much money for a freaking Broadway play? That's insane. 6 of its 8 weeks played less than 65% capacity at the Palace Theater. John hits on Broadway includes the Tony Award-winning The Lion King and Billy Elliot, the musical. On December 1st, John's The Devil Wears Prada, based on the 2006 film starring Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway, opened in London, more than scathing reviews. Scathing notices. In a 1-star review, the Daily Mail said Prada, which the Post also awarded 1 star. Okay, what the fuck does this have to do with Donald Trump? I don't care about any of this. So he didn't actually even bring up Donald Trump's name. So what is this? Is this like some sort of clickbait article by the New York Post? Elton John blames Trump's election win for his huge Broadway flop. He didn't blame Donald Trump. We just read the article. He didn't blame Donald Trump. There wasn't even a quote. What is this? What a terrible article by Johnny Oleksinsky. Fake news. This is fake news. But I feel bad for Elton because like people are gonna think Elton has TDS, and he didn't even say Donald Trump's name in the quote. Like maybe you can blame politics. Like the headline should have read, Elton John blames politics or the U.S. elections for his huge Broadway flop, because apparently the fucking play was a political one and people didn't want to go to it. That doesn't mean it was Donald Trump, but maybe people were just fucking sick of politics, which sometimes happens. So, but like Elton John didn't say, oh, it was because Donald Trump won. Check that first paragraph again. Okay, hang on. 22 million pounds is like 220K pounds for each guy. Thanks for the sex math, Russell. That's her entire earnings though. That was her entire earnings for her OnlyFans. The first paragraph says, for Elton John, Donald Trump's presidential election victory did not make Broadway great again. In an interview with Time magazine, which named the singer-songwriter icon of the year, John seemed to blame Trump for the epic failure of his new musical, Tammy Faye. The composer who priced the shows closed a flop on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. Tammy Faye, piece of work that pushed the wrong buttons. But that's not a direct quote. They're saying he seemed to blame Trump. And the quote is, it's a shame for everyone who put in so much work to it. That's not a direct quote. A direct quote would be, I blame Donald Trump for my play doing bad. And then he goes on to say, it's a fairly political piece of work, added John, of the show that opened November 14th. And that with that, you have to press somebody's buttons. The buttons we pressed last night with the critics weren't the right ones. So he's not talking about Donald Trump at all in any of that. He's just saying politics sucks. Like, I don't know, but he's literally not talking about Donald Trump. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I was just like, I'm so sick and tired of all the TDS. And then poor Elton, he's getting pushed under the bus for TDS, but he doesn't have it apparently, or at least I don't know. This person has misunderstood. Yeah, journalists disregard. Journalists disregard. Yeah, journalists. Exactly. The journalists. Poor freaking Elton John. I remember I heard like an interview by him too that was saying like that like he was friends with Donald Trump, and like he was saying like, you know, I like never minded him, like he was always like nice to me, which is kind of like the same thing that Piers Morgan says too. Like Piers Morgan says the same thing, like, you know, he's always been friends and friendly with Trump. Like he's never done that. Like he's never like not been friends with him. They've been cordial. Achilles Jones has entered the chat and says, LOL, what a poll. Which reminds me, we should probably close this poll. Wow, it's getting real close on this poll. Achilles, did you vote? So on the poll, We got 35 votes with 57% saying yes and 43% saying no. So there you go, guys. Apparently, Russell Hall was right, which is unbelievable. Thanks, guys. Thanks for playing. We're closing down the poll. It's all about the poll tonight. Yeah, tonight's been a spicy show. Tonight's been a really, really spicy show. My goodness. Russell Hall for 2 says, it's not close at all. Look at it. Look at it. No, I'm not. No, I'm good. No. I'm freaking good, Russell. I'm freaking good. You know what's funny is like I've been trying to close the poll and it just won't close. It said end poll, damn it. It won't shut it down. He's not right. He's not right, says Shax. Oh my god. No, Marilyn, no. Bro.
Stop it. Get some help.
No, man. I'm not a furry. I'm not into that. Okay. I think that's where we're going to end it. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We do have, I do have a gaming channel that Marilyn just talked about where I'm playing a game called Black Sad, and it's pretty cool. I really need to get back into it though, because I want to finish it. So maybe hopefully tomorrow, maybe, or this weekend. Excuse me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. Rumble rants. Thank you guys for watching over on Rumble. You guys are fantastic. Yeah, you won't be, Russell. You won't be. I also do have another channel that I'm really trying to build right now, which is my new Good News Show channel, Good News Infinite Hope. I've decided to make a channel for it. I know why it won't let me close the poll, because YouTube is thinking that I've locked out of my account again. That's what's going on. They locked me out of my account again. That's why I was like, what's happening? Hang on. Let me see if I can unlock myself out of my account so we can end the poll. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's so stupid. Let me see if I can do it. Do it again. My God. Forget you too. Russell Hall, thank you for the $5. Says, with so many channels, you need to group them under the umbrella corporation. May I suggest you call it SVM, Spicier Vagina Media? No. Oh my God. Russell Hall, especially not for like the family friendly channel. Like maybe the other two that could work, but not the family friendly one.
How about no?
How about no? Freaking Russell. So let me see if I can finally end this poll now. No. Because freaking YouTube is annoying. Okay, I'll have to do it afterwards. I'll just end the live stream with the poll still active. Thank you again, you guys, for hanging out with me tonight. You guys have been fantastic. So great. No, I'm not explaining it. Russell Hall may have many problems. This is true. So many problems. Love you guys. Come back on Friday. Hang out with me. But yeah, I do have a good news show that I do every Friday. And I believe the pinned comment is Darren, the mod, who is awesome and has graciously plugged the channel several times. So here it is again. If you can please go and subscribe to a new good news channel. If you're into the white pill and you're sick and like tired of hearing all this negative news and, you know, about girls getting railed by 100 dudes and things like that, I talk about good things on here, like Narnia hotels and people rescuing foxes and, you know, kitty cats with shrimp poses and doing diver memes and grandpas feeding rabbits and, you know, beautiful wedding stories from like the venue of wedding being burned down to all sorts of stuff, really cool stuff. This video is really cool about a Narnia themed hotel that Ian So Forth said he's going to go stay at because of my video, which I think is really cool. So go and subscribe here. We're at like 150 subscribers now. That's really awesome. I can't believe that. I mean, rebuilding a channel is a lot of work. So go and subscribe and help me out. But thank you guys. You guys are fantastic. And I'm sure this show is going to be demonetized. So thank you for all the monetary support. Because this is definitely going to be demonetized. We've been talking about a lot of spicy stuff. And so until next time, you guys have a fantastic day and see you guys Friday because we still do the live streams for the Good News show on here for now until that channel keeps going, like gets going a little bit more. So until then, if you want to come back for the White Pill show for Friday Good News, come back here 2 p.m. Eastern and I will be reporting that to you. Until then, see you later. Bye.